Let's talk about this, guys. What is the value in a 7-seater? I would choose boot space over 7 seats. If you are in the market for a 7-seater, please let me know what is the value for you in the 7 seats, because for me, I don't get it. I'm the Don and welcome to Keep It Soft Reviews. Today we're reviewing the Jetour X70 Plus. This is a deluxe version, top of the range. How aggressive does this look? Anyway, if you're interested in car reviews, please hit that subscribe button and like this video. I'm going to tell you what I think about this car. I'm going to tell you how it drives. I'm going to show you how it looks inside, tell you about the fuel consumption and what you can expect to pay for the Jetour X70 Plus Deluxe. Let's go. The Jetour comes in this stunning black. You get green, you get 2 different shades of gray, you get silver, and you get white. 6 colors to choose from. You get a 1.5 liter 115 kilowatts 230 newton meters of torque. You get a 57 liter fuel tank. It's like Jetour said to its designers, how aggressive can you make a car look? And the designer said yes. And just look at this big grille. It's so aggressive and in your face. This black color looks absolutely amazing. You have black rims as standard. Whatever color you choose, it comes with black rims. You have this LED lights with DRLs. This looks like Megatron's eye from Transformers. This looks aggressive. You have more LEDs here, which are your fog lights as well. Then you have this red strip here. Whatever color you choose, you have this red strip. You have a front apron in the car as standard. This is your radar, because you know Chinese cars, everything comes as standard. You have this red strip which continues the aggressive sporty look that these designers were going for. You have a fake vent here, again more of the aggressiveness. Then you have silver lines here through the automatic closing mirrors. You have chrome inserts. I mean, if they would have made those black, that it would have even looked more aggressive. You have proper door handles. You get usable roof rails. This is not just part of the look. The roof rails are usable. The clips here, which you can then use to attach things for more storage, to store your bikes or whatever. On the mirrors, you get your indicator. You also get a camera for the 360-degree camera, and underneath here, you get the light for your welcome light. I really went out with the aggressive looks, and I'm quite a fan of the looks. Honestly, I am. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. What do you think of these looks? Continue to the back. You have a full LED strip, full LED rear lights, and then you have these fake exhaust pipes over here. The Jetour designers, when they said they're going for a look, they went all out, even with fake exhaust pipes. I'm not really a fan of fake exhaust pipes, but to be honest, once you're driving the car, you hardly ever notice those things. 4 pipes, a fake diffuser, and a reflector underneath here. The real pipes are underneath here, and it's only 2 of them. You get the model designation written here, and you get Jetour written over here. Honestly, in this black, it's stunning. It's very, very stunning in this onyx black. So is that the interior view of the X70 Plus at the back? And I mean the back, because you've got 3 rows of seating. It's a 7-seater, and this car starts at 454,000 for 7 seats. Let's talk about the space at the back of this car. The seating is really for kids because it's really low. You see, when I sit at the back, you see where my knees are going. I've had to put these seats down so I can just be comfortable a bit. You do get a cup holder on the right, and you get a cup holder on the left. There are no vents, but headroom pretty decent. Now let's put the seats up so you can see the space that you're working with. Oh damn, my foot is already caught up under there. This is the space that you get at the back. Honestly, for long distance for adults, it's not going to cut it, but for trips around town, I think it's pretty decent. Let's talk about this, guys. What is the value in a 7-seater? Maybe I'm speaking like this because I don't have a big family. I don't have more than one child. So I would choose boot space over 7 seats. If you are in the market for a 7-seater, please let me know what is the value for you in the 7 seats, because for me, I don't get it. Do you see how much light is coming into this cabin? That's because this car has a full panoramic sunroof all the way to the back. It hits the back. So now let me talk to you from the back seat of the Jetour X70 Plus. You can see I'm leaning, baby. There's space in here. There's actually quite the amount of recline in this back seat. So the seat in front of me is in a driving position, but look at the recline that I get. Okay, obviously nobody's going to sit like this, but watch this. Watch this. All of that recline for the back passengers. Tick. I think this is actually quite a comfortable spot. Let me show you how long the rear bench is. Oh, you see, it's not just covering my upper body, it's all the way up to my knees. So you can definitely fit 3 people across here comfortably. However, this seat in the middle, I found it's not that comfortable because here, this is just a bit tougher than this. You see, look at this and then look at that. Do you see the difference? You see, it's a bit softer here, less soft over here. At the back, you also get isofix points here for your baby chair, isofix points here on the rear outer seats. You can armrest to chill and enjoy all of that recline. Honestly, whilst I'm sitting exactly like this, I can imagine sitting here getting driven around, being chauffeured, but that's not what this car is about. This car is about giving you a car that looks aggressive and a car that actually looks good inside and feels good inside. Granted, these aren't real leather seats, and there are other brands which do the synthetic leather a bit better, because this does look a bit plasticky. However, it is soft to the touch. The seat backing isn't the softest, but it's comfortable enough for a long journey. Look at the amount of leg room that I actually have in here. Let me put the camera down here so you can see more openly how much legroom I have. And you have a flat floor all across. So this car comes with mats, but we prefer to keep it like this just in case it gets muddy. So you don't need to buy heavy duty mats when you get this car, because underneath the mats that come with the car, this plastic comes as standard. You also get 2 air vents that you can open and close at the back, so each passenger can control. You get 2 speakers on each door. You get electrically operated windows, and they go all the way down, so I can pop out like a dog if I want to, and I can see everything if I'm a child without being blocked. Get hard plastic here at the front, soft touch. The red stitching continues at the back as well. This matches the red lines that you get outside. It continues all the way at the back. You get red stitching on your door here, on your armrest. You get soft touch pleather here. It gets a bit scratchy as you continue to go down, but hey, that's okay. Then you get red piping on your rear seat over here. And I mean, honestly, you're paying at the most 485,000 Rand for this car. So there's a lot of value. You also get reading lights that you can switch on and off for the passengers. You get a hook for your clothes here. Get a handle to hold on. It's a driver, bambelela siachika babe. Alright, let's go to the front. It's hot in here, so let me switch on the aircon. So to do that, the different ways. The first way is to just come here, click AC. And now it's on. Done. Just like that, it's on. Then you can control the fan speed here. You control the temperature here. Intuitively, what Jetour has done, they've added this button over here on the steering wheel to make it a bit easier, but I think this takes some getting used to. So what you do is, you see here, it's like a touch sensitive button. So when I touch here, I think you can see in the screen, so I can go here, and now I'm controlling the fan speed. I go up, I'm doing all of this from here. See, I'm pressing here, so I swipe. I can swipe here and I can increase the temperature. I swipe the other way and I decrease the temperature. This is quite clever because now I don't have to look away so much from the screen when I'm driving. I can do everything. Once you get used to that, I'm sure it's easy to use. But now let's get into the steering wheel. What do I get on the steering wheel? I have a volume knob here. Then I have a button that I can press up and down to change the station or change my audio. This is a key that you can set a shortcut to. So here it's set to put the AVM on. It's not the clearest. I have to be 100% honest with you. It's not the clearest, but again, you're paying about 485,000 for a car. So that's what you get. You use this touch sensitive button, and then you can change to see your driving information. You can see instant fuel consumption. You know, there's different things, but this is what I wanted to talk to you about, the average fuel consumption. Now, this is mixed driving. This is driving to work and back and a bit of long distance. This 10.1 liters per 100 kilometers. Considering that this is a 7-seater with a 1.5 liter turbo petrol 4-cylinder engine, that's what you're going to expect to get. It's not going to get better than that because this is a heavy car and it's got a small engine. If I'm being honest with you, this car for me is underpowered because you get 115 kilowatts in this car, and that 115 kilowatts has to pull all of this. When this car is full of passengers, full of 7 passengers with their cargo at the back, it's going to feel a bit labored. A lot of people who are buying this car are going to feel like it's fine, but one thing you're not going to get an improvement on is that fuel consumption, because this is an underpowered car for the size and weight of this car. You get this little storage here where you get 2 USB ports and you get a 12-volt socket. You then get a wireless charging pad which has a fan. But the position of this wireless charging pad, as you can see from the video, this is hot right now because it's in direct contact with the sun. So this fan is going to pretty much be useless in cooling your phone down. However, the charging pad works. Then you get a cup holder here which can fit small bottles, but big bottles are not going to fit in there. You then get your handbrake, your electronic handbrake. You get your gear lever over here. Then you also get a knob which controls the infotainment screen. Jetour has really given you a lot of options to be able to control the screen so that you don't get too distracted when you're driving. Silver design here. It's plastic. It's plastic, it's not metal, but I think it's durable. So the silver pattern continues over here. You have your seat controls here, you have a speaker, and then you have metallic feel electronic windows, electronic mirror, lock and lock your windows. You have aluminium feeling door handles over here. You have soft touch at the top. You have your leather here, you have leather here. The red stitching continues, that matches the red line outside. And then down here, let me see if this camera is putting enough light. Then down here you've got storage for a bottle. You can actually fit 2 bottles because the storage goes all the way down into there as well. Standard, you get automatic lights which have fog lights as well. You also get this pedal shifts, but best feeling but most useless pedal shifts in the world because you're not going to be shifting this car manually. As standard, you also get automatic front wipers as well, rain sensing wipers. Then yeah, that's it. Let me show you how the hood sounds. Sounds nice, no? You get your infotainment display and you get your driver's display, and I must say that the graphics are very clear. Front view camera. Oh, so here you don't actually get a 360 camera. So you get a top view and you get a front view, or if you put the car in reverse, not manual, if you put the car in reverse, then you get your rear view mirror, your rear view camera, and if there's an object behind you, you can see the other car that we have on review this week, the Tiggo Cross, which you saw last week. You have it zooms in when you're getting close to colliding. It also has rear cross traffic. You saw that there was a car that was actually passing, so it has rear cross traffic that will help you as well. driving modes, you literally only get eco or sport, so you can either try to save petrol or just full send. But to be honest with you, when I was driving the car in sports mode, it doesn't feel that different to eco. The only difference is that it holds on to gears a bit longer, but it's not like, it doesn't feel like there's more power or anything that you're getting, or less power that you're getting when you're in eco. The steering mode, I keep it in sport because then it makes it feel just a slightly bit heavier. When it's on comfort, it feels a bit too light. Something else that you get on this car, which has been inconsistent, when you open the door, the chair is meant to slide back so that it's easier to get in and you don't get squished, but it's been inconsistent. It's on and off. We're going for a drive in the Jetour X70 Plus Deluxe. Okay, let's try an acceleration test. 4, 3, 2. Kind of wheel spin. That's all you get. So you get turbo lag, which is to be expected because this is 115 kilowatts. Plus, I drove it in the normal mode. I didn't put it into sports mode. I mean, that's how the car is going to be most of the time. This is not the best place to drive it because it's full of potholes, but I wanted to show you the comfort. When you're going over the potholes, the car is still relatively comfortable. It's not jumpy. Yes, you can feel these potholes. You're playing spot the tar, but the car is still pretty comfortable. The engine is very groggy. It's loud, especially when you're going to press it because it's lagging a very heavy car. Let's head into the passenger side. Honestly, when I open these doors, they do feel a bit do you hear that? So when you open them, listen to this. You hear that? There's a bit of that. I don't like that sound. It feels a little bit hollow. No powered seats here. It's manual, Baba. Manual. But at least you get an electrically operated tailgate. So on this seat, you can adjust it to go all the way back to lie down. Oh wow, it actually goes all the way flat. It goes flat, flat, flat. Manual, front, hey, back. Let's go. Front, hey, oh, yes. First things first, I really love the price. I love the price because when you're looking for a 7-seater, this is in no way a luxury car, but it's a car inside that will give the Koreans and the Japanese a good run for their money, because the build quality inside is pretty good. I mean, you're paying 484,000 rand and you've got leather and you've got synthetic leather all the way even to the back. You get soft touches at the front, even in the dash you get soft touches. You get so much space. What I don't appreciate about this car is the engine choice that they used. For me, I prefer the 1.6 in the Cherry Tiggo because that gives you 145 kilowatts. That is how much power I think you would need for this. So it gives you 219 Newton meters of torque and 145 kilowatts of power in the Tiggo. I think they could have used the 1.6 here, or maybe they're going to bring the 1.6 later on in South Africa. I'm not sure. I'd have to confirm with Jetour about that. The sound system in this car is also not that great. But for them to bring a product that's under 500,000 to give you what the product gives you, I think you have to expect that there are going to be some parts of it that are not as great as you would like. Now, moving on to things that I love about the car. The car feels very steady on the road. When you drive the car, it's very comfortable. The noise insulation inside the car is also very great when you're driving. So when you're going on a long distance, it'll be comfortable. You're not going to feel super tired when you get out of the car. I love how clear the graphics are in the infotainment and in the driver's display. It's no nonsense. There's not too many gimmicks. You get the information that you need and it's right there and accessible. I also like the fact that Jetour went out of their way to make it easier to interact with the infotainment system. It will take some time to get used to the steering buttons, but once you're used to them, it'll make it so much easier to use the infotainment and things like that without actually being distracted on the road. I like that you can switch off the safety systems that you don't need. You don't get a lot of them in this car, but at the same time, the ones that aren't in here are the ones that most people end up switching off. I also like the space in the car, especially in the rear. I really love the space in the rear. This is now another thing I don't like. The synthetic leather that they use in this car is something for me that I feel like they could improve. But as you keep on thinking about all of these things, then you remember the price of the car, and then you're like, okay, this is something that I don't mind because I'm not paying an arm and a leg for a car. You get that huge panoramic sunroof. You get just about enough power to get around town, just about enough power to keep you comfortable on a long distance trip. And honestly, what else is there in the market for this price? That's a 7-seater that's going to give you the aggressive looks. I mean, yes, granted, the looks is where the aggressiveness finishes, but where else are you going to get this? Okay, so let's do the acceleration test in sports mode. More wheel spin. Now we're going. Yeah, I mean, see how loud the engine is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a heavy car. Nobody's buying this car for a sporty feeling. You're buying this car for a big, spacious car with 7 seats. And the power that the car has generally is enough. It's generally enough for the type of buyer that Jetour is looking for. That's fine. Let's just do a U-turn. See, the turning circle is not so bad. This car is as big as a Tiggo 8, but when you're inside and you're sitting in it, it doesn't give you that feeling of this huge car. Mainly that's because you can put your seat all the way down, and it doesn't feel like a sports car, but the seating position makes the car feel a lot smaller than it is outside. But it is a big car. Probably going to pay 500,000 on your invoice. It's probably going to be 500,000 on your invoice. And insurance, you're looking at anywhere between 1,500 all the way to, depending on your insurance profile, all the way up to 3.5. And on a monthly with 14% interest, you're going to pay anywhere between 9,000 to 11,000 from this car, depending on the interest rate that the bank gives you. But this is just an estimate. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not an expert. Your interest rate is going to be different, and your installment is going to be different. But overall impressions on this car, I mean, at this price range, you are not going to get a product that's going to give you what this car gives you. The things that they don't do in this car would make this car anywhere upwards of 600,000. So for under 500,000 and below, honestly, I think it's a very compelling product. When you look at this car and you're looking for a 7-seat, you're going to find a Mitsubishi Xpander. A Mitsubishi Xpander is not a competitor for this car. You're going to find used cars, but they'll all have over 30,000 kilometers. This brand new, out of the dealership, 500,000 rand. You've got your 7 seats. You've got the comforts in this car. You've got 6 airbags. You've got a 6-speaker audio system that really needs improvement, but those are things you can give up if you really need the space that this car gives you. So for me, it's a compelling product, and I think it's well priced. And it's no surprise why you see so many of these Jetours on the road. I think on a day I see about 4 or 5 of this exact model on the road, and the price is telling. And when you get out of the dealership, you're going to be happy with your choice. You're going to be really happy with your choice.